Welcome back to my crafty corner. Little album we're gonna do using my prayer journal. I think it's gonna be really cute. I'm excited about it. So I'm gonna go through what we're gonna use first. So this is gonna be what the front of mine looks like. Now these, and let me get them out over here. I have a lot already. I have a lot of papers. Now, these are from my porch prints, and it's my prayer journal template or printables. And so I seen it and I really wanted to make one because I thought it was super cute, and I was like, yeah, I can use that. So what I've decided to do is this right here, because I think it goes like these. I cut apart. I cut these out and I cut them apart. They actually come like this when you print it out. And so I just cut around mine, cut it down the center, because I'm actually going to map mine on some album covers. But I think initially what you're supposed to do is you trim around it and then you fold it or score it in the center, and you fold it in half like that. And then you can print on the back side to have it, you know, when you flip through it, it's front and back. At least I think that's about how it goes. But I've decided to do mine a little different. So I've got, there's only a couple of the ones I didn't print out. I did like a daily devotional, and I printed it front and back. And I did several of those. And I'm not really sure exactly how many of these that I'm gonna print out. I don't know why those are like out of order. That's weird. Okay. Bible study on the back side of that. And I don't even know exactly how many I did of each one. Then I did like memory verses, my favorite verses. Those are front and back, and I did several of those. Oh, okay, maybe this is why. Did it skip one? No. Well, well, I may have to go through there, and because it's actually supposed to be like this, so maybe I hit that one times too many. I don't know. I just kind of printed them and like stuck them over here. I didn't flip back through them. So let's go. Let's see. Memory verse. I only did 4, I think. One per month, because you can write several down. Right. I think this is probably what's happened, because see, like this one does not have, and it was supposed to have that on the back side. That's okay. I'll just keep it, and I'll put it back through and print on the back of it like it's supposed to be, because sometimes the printer may grab up like more than one sheet. So and then like this one, it's got blessings on one side, my favorite verses on the other. There should be 4 of those, and those printed correctly. Okay. Doodles and sketches. You know, if you like to do doodles and sketches, I do. So I got these, and I only printed, I think, 4 of these, and I did front and back on those. Sermon notes, I did front and back, and I think I did 26 of these. One for every Sunday of the month, which would be, or of the year, I mean, which would be 26 would be 52, right? Front and back. Can I add? Is that right? So yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so those, and then I did month. Of course, I did 12 of these, and I did prayer list. Cece. Oh, get your wet. Get your wet paws off my papers. No. No, Cece. So, wet kitty paws on the papers. Okay. Okay, so prayer list on the back of these. I hope these all printed out the way they were supposed to. So, all right. So I think, yeah. And I did, I'm pretty sure I did 12 each of those. The daily devotional. This is where these should actually be at. And then, yeah, so I did this daily, well, no, wait. Okay, wait a minute. I'm confused. Bible study. Daily devotional. What did I have on these? See, I'm glad I went back through here to look at these because that is not. What I had on these, and I don't know like what order I want them to go in yet, but that kind of bumps me. I don't understand how. Okay, so, so there's one that did not print. Right. Excuse me. Whew. Okay, so I need to print another one on that. And I don't know how I got daily devotional on these, on this one, or maybe I do because I got it from here. Okay. Bible study, okay. I'm crazy. I'm just going nuts. All right, so these are all Bible studies. Sorry, not. See, that's what happens right there. Is it? I think it pulls like more than one out. So let me pull these out. They don't have a back, so I can reprint on the back of those. Memory verses, it's supposed to be the blank ones. Okay. All right, so I will sit and go through all these here in a minute to double check that they actually did what they were supposed to do. And like these is the ones that I have the majority of. So these were some that kind of had like a misfeed, miss up or something. So, and I remember now, I went back and I reprinted those already. So maybe that was all of them. Maybe. Okay. So there's those. And what I'm gonna do, I went ahead and because I was gonna do it, I think how you originally do it, and then I thought, well, I want to do more than just one for a week or more than one for a month. I want to do one for 12 months. So I printed out the front cover sheet here. I did it 4 times, and I put, okay, no I didn't. Hang on, here we go. Maybe. Okay, I'm losing my mind. Seriously, okay. Those to the side. It's for something else. Okay. So I printed out 4 front and back. I have some that are not front and back. Because initially I was going to do 4. And I was going to give 3 as gifts. And so I still want to do that. But I think I'm going to do one first and see how I like it to determine if that's how I want to do the other ones. So I have those printed front and back. And these are going to be our covers for these. So you'll have 1 per month. And I'm probably going to have to do this slightly different so that all of this fits in there. We're just gonna see, I'm just gonna see how it goes. That's why I'm only gonna do 1. I'm still gonna use all of this because I've done printed. I mean, it's a lot of printing. And so, yeah. All right, so we got those. And then also I have these, which I can always go back in when I decide to do it and print that. So that's why these are kind of like left blank the way they are. So yeah, all right. So we have these. I'm gonna keep the cardstock ones together. And it's crazy to me. I printed these back to back and they printed different. So weird, but oh well. I like them both. All right, so that's what I'm gonna be going with. These are from My Porch Prints. And all right, so these are kind of like extra bits, extra ones. So I'll hang on to those. And I need to print those out. So I'm just gonna stick these like on the bottom here so that I can keep it all together. And so what I'm gonna do to make the covers, I'm gonna be using, or to make the album with, I'm gonna be using the Simply Magical Portrait from Genevieve Designs. She just released this this year. I think it's the album that she's working on now. So I'm gonna take how she's doing her album cover to do mine, except instead of I'm gonna be using it as a journal with these pages here. So I took this mat here and I traced it off onto heavyweight chipboard. So I got my chipboard ready to go. Just I laid, pulled this off, laid it on my chipboard, traced it out. And now actually, another thing that I did, because my chipboard is supposed to be 12 by 12, but it was not. It was a hair smaller. And so my chipboard is actually going to be smaller because I decided that for what I'm using, it would be okay. So I will just compensate for when I go to mat it and all that stuff, because actually the mats that I'm going to be using, and I don't even know where I put them now, these are going to actually be smaller, and I'm going to double mat is what I'm going to do. So okay, all right, so that's there. So I used that, and we don't need the spine because we're going to do the way she's doing with a fabric spine. So I printed this out, which is here, and I did it on her floral background that you get with this. You can get the floral or the autograph. I got the floral, and I think it kind of lends itself to this a little bit. It's not exact, but the way she was doing, she puts the fabric over top of this, so it really makes it sturdy, and that's what, because this is going to be used, so I want it to last, and so if you have the fabric, then it should make it last longer, and you can kind of see through the fabric, so I think that that's going to look really nice. All right. She does a little something extra with her spines or with her covers. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm just gonna do this part the same. So I've got one of those. I've scored it. I had to go back and watch the tutorial on exactly how she did it because I wasn't sure. So all right, so I'm gonna use that. And I think out of here, that's all. Actually, no. I'm also gonna be using the hinges, I think. How does that work? I think how and I'm not sure if that's exactly how these are supposed to go. But I need one of these. Because I think you separate it and then you can put, like, you put your paper here and or on that, and then you score in there, and it like makes like it's gonna be like covers inside. It'll make sense once we get there. So all right, so I'm gonna need one of these. I printed one out and I think it's just plain, and I'm wondering if I want to leave it plain or if I want to print that on it here and use it. I think I do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, and then I have my fabric. I have 2 pieces of fabric, and this is just, you know, like your 100% cotton. I got mine from Walmart in the, like, I think they have like a yard, 2 yards or whatever they already have out. And I just got some of those, and so, all right, that's what we're gonna do. Oh, also, I'm gonna be covering these in coffee stain paper. All right, so I need to get my coffee stain paper out. I need to get my, I need to print this with that floral background on it. So I'm gonna print that out, get my coffee stain paper, and I'll be back for us to wrap our covers. And, oh, and also I will need the accordion for this piece here. We're gonna be attaching that in with the elastic, so I need to get my elastic out, and I'm gonna be using white. And I think I might like kind of run my tool over it to kind of dull it down a little bit, but we'll do that. And I will be back. Okay, so I got my coffee stain paper, I got my hinges that we're gonna be using for our, these are gonna be for the covers of our little inserts that we're gonna have. I'm gonna be using 4 of these. Okay, so we have that ready to go. Well, or print it out rather. We're fixing to trim that out. Get my tape and my glue. Okay, so, and we have a guest. She keeps inching her way up here because she likes to be the center of attention. Yes, she does. All right, so we're gonna trim this, and then we're gonna wrap our covers. So let me trim this out first. Cece, you're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to move. Thank you. Thank you. Don't move too far though. All right, so I'm just gonna line this up in here. Here we go. Well, I guess I could go ahead and score these before I start just jump. I'm just jumping around everywhere. We'll score these first. Whoop. I need a new thing here because this one's like the edges of it are all like wrinkled up, and I hit them all the time, and it gets annoying. But there we go. All right, so put this in here. And oh, let's see, do I want to? Actually, I'm gonna go through and where you see these little notches there, I'm gonna go through and punch those out. I'm going to do that for all 4 of them. And then I'm just going to take this. Actually, I think if it lines up. I'm just going to line it up in the center one here. And I'm going to score down the center first, like that. And then I'm going to score on these sides. And I think this is how this is supposed to go. I'm really not sure, but that's how I'm going to just do it. All right, so then I'm just gonna place this as close to the top. My top's a little uneven, so I'm gonna place it right on the edge. Nope. Not well. Oh, geez. It's not good. Mercy. Okay, let me do this then. Pay attention. Let me do it this way. Oh. I'm gonna go here on the edge. Make sure that edge. And then lay it down. And then flatten it out. So let's peel that. Taking off a little. And I'm just gonna line up that edge. Trying to get it at least, I don't think it's centered, but kind of. Front to back here anyways. missed some. Okay. And then I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to leave about an inch. What do I got here? Got an 1.25 inches. And almost an 1.25 inches. So, okay, we'll do an 1.25 inches. Right. Yeah, just like that. Actually gonna trim off this little bit. Yeah. Okay, so now let's do this other one. We want to put tape on these, and I'm just going to use my 1/4 inch because that's what I got. So now we're going to miter these corners, and I'm just going to grab my scissors, whatever I'm done with them. And I'm just gonna kind of cut them at an angle, leaving about an 1/8 of an inch in there. Well, these are going to be front cover pieces. And so, like, say it's going to go here. Of course, I'm going to ink around it. Do I want to have anything behind it? You know, I bet that would be pretty, doing that same technique with that gold. But then will I add it anywhere else in the album? But you really do need something that's going to divide this from that. You know what? I think I am going to do that. I think I'm going to do the same as how she did on hers, because I really like that. I think that's a cute idea. And so, yeah. So if that's the case, then I know what she used was another piece of chipboard and cereal box. But I may just do cereal box on both. I think I'm going to use cereal box for both though, because I want to save this for the other album. So I'm going to get me some cereal boxes, and I'm going to do kind of that same technique, because I have that foiling and I want to use the glue, and I want to see how that turns out. And it might not turn out for me, I don't know, but I think we're going to give it a go and see. And then that'll add a little something extra to my album, to my little journal. Yeah, I think that'll be really cute. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then I won't have to really worry about what I'm gonna use to mat underneath those mats, because that'll be the mat for it. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I got my cereal boxes here, and I have the mat for the covers. So I'm just gonna take this and, okay, so let me get this opened. Okay, so when we go to mat this, I'm not worried about it having the print on the back, because we're gonna mat, this part's gonna be covered. Okay, so we're gonna cover it like this, and then these will wrap around, and then this part is what's gonna stick to the front of the album. So then we won't see that at all, so we don't have to paint it, don't have to do none of that stuff. Okay, so we've got all of these matted, or wrapped, I mean, and ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna try this glue stick and this gold foiling. Let's see, do we want to do gold or have silver? And then I have this rose gold. So let me get these out. The rose gold could look nice. But I think I'm gonna go with gold. I don't know. What do you guys think? You want rose gold? I think I'm gonna go with gold. I like the gold. Okay, so gold it is gonna be. And I have not used this stuff yet. I have not done this before. So I don't know how it's gonna turn out, so we'll see. And the only kind of glue stick that I have is this disappearing purple Gorilla Glue for kids. So we shall see. So just put your glue on there, and it doesn't have to be like a ton, you know. Oh, did I do it wrong again? Oh my goodness. It actually helps if you put it on there the right way. Good goober. Wow. You gotta put it with the foil side down so that you actually get the foil on it. Am I still doing it wrong? Oh my goodness. No, I don't think so. Oh, of course. Okay. I feel like too, you do have to kind of be careful though, because it will, if you don't like press it good enough, it will, whoops. Stick it on there wrong. Stick it on there wrong. How many times am I gonna do that on here? Okay, yeah, so that's cool. So we're getting there, and glue stick might matter. I don't know. I'm just using what I've got. So now I'm gonna lay these to the side. I think, or wasn't that just gonna be so pretty? It's gonna be so pretty. I love it. All right, so we're just gonna let those dry, set those to the side, and we are going to, let's see. I think now what we're gonna do is work on this part. Okay, so one of these I actually ended up tearing down. It's a little small, so I think it's that one. Well, it's a little wonky. It's not that it's necessarily too small. It's just not very... So I think I'm going to use this one for the inside and this one for the outside. Okay. So we're going to glue this down to this. get our tape. Cat hair everywhere. My hair everywhere. Okay. So now we want the tape to be as close to, as far away from this middle as we can without going over this score line. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, right? I think that's right. So I'm just gonna use my 1/4 of an inch here and go all the way down, not going over that score line, just putting it like right up to it. And I'm gonna kind of give this a little bit of a haircut here because it's longer on one end than it is on the other. And it's kind of bugging me. That's a little better. And then I think what she did is she went in and she kind of gave a little cut here, or what she notched it out. I wonder if you did a cut, would that make, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think she notched hers. I'm just gonna kind of just cut mine in a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more glue there, because this side is not sticking very well. Okay, maybe it's just right in there. I think so. All right, maybe I just didn't have enough glue there. All right, so now we've got that. So now we need our elastic to go in here. So we're gonna go like 3 lengths of this. So we'll go here to here, to here, 2 and 3. And we're gonna cut 3 that size. Now before we do the other part, we're gonna want to put these in and tie these. So do we want to put it in, tie it first? All right, so let's see. This is probably way more elastic than we need, but I'm just gonna tie a knot. Doesn't have to be, you know, you don't want it too loosey-goosey, but not too very like tight either, right? Because we want to be able to move it if we have to. And something like that. Is that too tight? And you want it to be able to move. And that's way too much. Way too much. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now, just in case I have to like loosen it up. I have a little bit of room to loosen with. And we'll do it on this one too. Okay, and I'm just gonna try to leave that I mean, I don't want it like super loose, but I don't want it like bowing my things up either. And we can trim that down. And next time I'll know not to like do so much.
Okay, go down. See if there's any energy in there.
All right. So there we go. And I may end up having to tighten them up just slightly, but that's why I try not to do the knots so bad. Okay, so now we got to attach these together. So I'm gonna peel this tape here, and I'm gonna make sure that this is all the way up at the top. And I'm gonna fold that over. And what you wanna do is make sure that it still moves, right? And it's not stuck. It's not stuck in there like that, okay? Gonna be awesome. Okay, so yeah, all right, so there it is. There's our thingies with our elastics. Right, and now, or what I should have done is add some tape here on this inside. I should have done it before I folded all them together, but we're gonna add tape to this, and I think I'm gonna use a 1/4, and then I'm gonna use an 1/8 so that I have, ooh, don't get stuck in that, and right there like that. Okay, so we're gonna do a 1/4 on each side, and then an 1/8. Just finish that down. Oh, I still gotta get the 1/8 or 1/8, however you want to say that. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this one. I would have used a bigger tape, but the smallest rolls I have is a 1/4 and the 1/8, so I'm just gonna use the 1/8 on here as well. Just to add a little bit more to help hold. Try not to get the, I don't want to cut that off. Oh, come on. Get off of that. Okay. I don't want to cut my little frayed ends there. Have a big gap there. I don't want that, so. let's go here. And now this I'm going just kind of down the middle part of that other side because I don't want it too close to the score line because, you know. All right, so we want our covers now, which are these. And the way she has hers is using it where you're attaching it this way. So you have, this is gonna be I just want to make sure that those are really stuck to each other and they're not coming apart. See that? All right. And then let's see. So now I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna peel this tape, or the backing rather, off of there like that. And then we're gonna take it, and you think it would go this way. We're gonna go this way with it, okay? Because there's gonna be fabric on that side as well. All right, so we wanna line that up. We're gonna go right to that score line. And I'm gonna kind of, now, I scored mine. You don't have to score that score line, but I kind of didn't think about it when I was doing it, and I went ahead and scored it. Just so that I know kind of where I'm lining it up, leaving about the same amount on top and bottom. And like that. Okay. Just gonna go in there like that. Yeah, so that covers that edge. Okay, I'm gonna do the same here. I'm gonna kind of okay. So yeah. That's cool. Right? I like it. Alrighty, so then we're gonna take our other piece of fabric here and we're gonna put it to the back side. And we don't need all of it. So I'm just gonna rip it. And I'm gonna I'll keep these extra because we can use those for fun things, embellishing and different things like that on other projects or whatever. So, okay. And then this one will go on here like this. This is gonna go in here like that. this is gonna go in here like this. And just to kind of, you know, maybe go, I think this will look better once we ink it. I like it. So, all right. So we're gonna attach these in here and then do the ones on the front cover. Now I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna mat the covers. Since I already know what I want on my covers, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I got, let's see here. Oh, I almost forgot. I found this in my stash. This could be cute on there somehow. I don't know. I didn't have any, I wish I had some fabric like that I could have done on this spine the way she did hers, but I didn't, so, that might could be adorable. Let's see. Have one like going this way. Of course, I got them a little big, and then have one going this way. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Yeah. Just make sure that's stuck, and then that's gonna stick right up against that. And we've not covered up any of our foiling. Is that not adorable? That's so cute, I love it. Oh, and I can always go back in. I think even with this here, I could always go back in if I wanted to change any of this or put anything else on there. I could do that. Oh, I love that. I think that's so cute. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so now we just gotta let that dry. And while we're doing that, while that's drying, let's get our pieces here. Well, these are gonna go on the outside. So this one's gonna go on the front. And I'm gonna have to trim just a little bit off, maybe the top and the bottom. Same with this one. So I'll do that at the same time. And then I gotta figure out which ones do I want to go on the inside. So, let me see. So I have these that are just, I know, let me put a lid on this because it's oozing out again. Okay. I wonder if I have another lid to an older bottle that I can put on there. I'll have to check that out and see. Okay. So I have this one. I think I'm going to trim this one down like I did these. So I'm going to set this to the side. And set these here and get my trimmer out. So I had these inked up, ready to be put in there, and I trimmed them down, and I hope I trimmed them down enough. I didn't test it before I did it, so I hope. Okay, so we're gonna pull this back over. It's so cute. I like it. I may have to trim that off a little bit more if it kind of bugs me too much, but I don't think it's going to. I think I really like that. It's so cute. Okay. So let's go front of the album here. Okay guys, so now we've got to go to the inside and we can work on that. I love it. I think it's so adorable. Hey, wouldn't it be cute too if like maybe that would be so pretty if you had it like layered like that. I think that could be super adorable as well. Maybe. So that might be an option that we do, is layer that. Put 2 more on there and have it. I think that would be really cute as well. But we'll see. First we're gonna go inside and do the covers inside. So getting all of our inserts, things that we're putting in there that we're going to be adding to it, all of these. I got to go back and reprint on some of those, but get that done. And yeah, so that's where we are for now. I'm so excited about it. I think it's turning out so cute. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would really love it if you would subscribe to my channel. If you do, you could click that notification bell so you will be notified when I upload another video. And thanks for watching.